Hey guys, this is Dave. So a lot of you are probably getting ready to go off to your first year of college, or you're already there because I'm a little late on making this video, but I thought I'd give you guys some tips as someone who did a freshman year of college and help you get through this. Let's get started then. First of all, if you are planning on partying and drinking, which you do not have to, you definitely don't have to, but if you're planning on doing so, there's some things that you really need to remember to keep yourself safe and to keep yourself alive. So, first things first, you are not going to be able to drink as much as the college seniors and even sophomores, okay? You're just not going to be able. You may think that since you were drinking in high school and stuff and you went to parties every weekend, that you are ready for college parties. Now, on the off chance in high school you went to college parties, you're probably ready. But if you didn't, you're definitely not, because they're on a whole new level. Like they're nuts, man. I went to a party once and there was guys doing cake stands for like hours straight, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be over here with my wine cooler. And so the whole thing is you need to pace yourself. Also, don't tell anyone at a party that you are a freshman. They will torture you. Don't do it. Also, be sure to have friends with you, because if you don't have friends, you're on your own if you pass out or go too hard or someone starts, making a move on you. That's another big thing, especially for the ladies. Make sure you always have a friend nearby, because drunk douchebags will do not good things, okay? So just be careful. Also, don't leave your drink anywhere, okay? It is in your hand or with a friend at all times. Like, there is no leaving your drink, because someone will slip something in there and then watch that drink, and then they'll be like, oh look, there's the person that's drinking that drink. Here's my chance. And you don't want that. You don't want that at all. So don't do that. Don't leave your drink anywhere. Those are the biggest things when you're at a party. Always keep an eye on your drink. Always have friends nearby. Do not go too hard. Know your limits. Don't tell anyone you're a freshman. That's it. That's how you can survive parties. Now, like I said, you do not have to drink in college. That is not a requirement. Don't do it if you don't want to. Next up, we're going to talk about the actual schooling of college, which is really secondary. Just kidding, it's very important. So, in your first week, most colleges will allow you to switch classes free of charge. No issue, go ahead and switch if you don't like something, or if you decide that you want to approach something else. It's a weird way to say that. Take full advantage of this, because if you end up halfway down the semester realizing that 1, you hate this teacher, or 2, you hate this class, or 3, 8 a.m. is not your thing, then you have to take like a withdrawal, and that's gonna look kind of bad on your record. So figure out your schedule pretty quickly and do things that you want to do. Don't go into college thinking you have to stick with something, because you don't have to. No one expects an 18-year-old to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life. Man, I can't talk today. Also, fun fact of the day, about 80% of college students in the US will change their major at least once. That means you're not alone. If you decide that you don't want to do what you originally signed up for, that's fine. Like I said, no one expects an 18-year-old to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life. Do you, man. Do you. Next up, if you need textbooks, get them on Chegg.com, because it's much cheaper, much easier, and much more convenient. I'm not being paid to say this, for real. Here is my girlfriend's box from Chegg. Now, like I said, I'm not getting paid to do this. I just really think it's a lot smarter than going to the stupid bookstore and spending twice as much and then have them be like, well, we can give you $20 back at the end of the year. No, this is the way to go. Alright, so this part's a little bit hard to talk about because no one wants to hear it, but relationships in college are going to be a little bit different. Now, what I mean by that is if you have a relationship in high school that you're really set on keeping in college, just be aware that it might not work out. I'm not saying that to be mean, but of all my friends who went to separate colleges, none of them stayed together, okay? It's just really hard to do, especially when you're meeting a lot of new people, figuring out who you want to be in your life. It's hard to have someone from the past who basically is dragging you down and you're dragging them down. It's hard. It's really hard. Now, if you're going to the same college, it could work out. I have some friends who have been dating since high school who went to the same college and are now getting an apartment together. They're working out great, and I love it. Hi guys, I hope you're watching. But they're the exception. They're the exception to the rule, because like I said, once you get to a new place and find all these new people, all these new things that you want to do in your life, it's hard to stick with one person that you knew when you were 14. Just something to consider. If it works out, well done, great, I love it, but just be mentally prepared and emotionally prepared that it might not work out and you will move on. You both will. Also, if you find that you are attracted to someone else and your partner is, in a different school, end it before you cheat on them, because you don't want to be that person, okay? It's hard, I know, but you have to end the relationship before you hook up with someone else. You just don't want to be that person. Guys and girls, just don't do it. And while we're on the topic of meeting all kinds of new people, do that. Be you. Go out, meet people. The first week of college is a great time to meet people. Honestly, if you ask anyone for their number, you're gonna get it. You are going to get so many people's phone numbers in the first week if you just ask, that you will be able to make so many new friends. And this doesn't mean that you have to make friends with everybody, but you're going to meet a lot of people, so you need to figure out who you want to be friends with. And the way to do that is to just get out there and talk to people. Think back to kindergarten. What did you do to make friends? People just walked up to each other like, hey, do you want to go play on the playground at recess? It's like, yeah, I do, of course I do. That's all you gotta do. It's like, hey, there's a party tonight. Do you want to go there? Hey, I live in this dorm. We're having a party in there. Why am I stuck on parties? What else are we doing? Playing board games. We're playing board games. No joke, I actually played a lot of tabletop games in college, and I made some pretty good friends doing it. So, if you're like at all into trying new things, try everything. Like, as long as you're comfortable with it and everyone around you is comfortable, go ahead. I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in college. I'm a nerd. It was great. And on top of that, like I said before, you want to be yourself. You are going to figure out who you are. In high school, it's really hard to be who you want to be because every clique has to have this thing going on and people want you to dress this way. In college, no one cares at all. For real, you can go to class in your pajamas every day and you will have like an entourage of friends doing the exact same thing and no one will judge you. And if you're weird, like, most of us are, you're gonna find people who are just as weird or weird in the same ways as you, and that's okay. That's what you want. You wanna meet people like you. And in high school, it's hard to meet people like you. Everyone puts on their face, and that's it. Forget high school. I hate high school. But in college, you will meet a lot of weird people, and you're gonna love it. Trust me. And my final tip to all you broke-ass college students, you need to learn to love ramen. Ramen noodles will save your life. Now, ramen is incredibly cheap. Like, I'm talking dirt cheap, and it will sustain you from one crazy weekend to the next, from one super hyped test to the final exam. You will be good to go on ramen. Now, you probably got a meal plan with the school, that's fine, but at 12 o'clock at night, you are not gonna get anything from the cafeteria. But you got ramen, and there is a microwave in the thing. What's it called? Not the lobby. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called, it's been so long. Anyway, there's a room in the dorms where everyone hangs out, and for some reason, I can't remember the name of it, but there's usually a microwave in there. Go ahead, make some ramen. Guys, ramen will save your life. For real. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed thinking about it because, like, when I went to college, I didn't really have any of these tips and things got weird. So do all the fun stuff, guys, down below. Comment with any other thoughts that you have on tips for college freshmen or funny stories of your first week of college. Those are always very entertaining. Also, if you guys could leave a thumbs up, that would help me a lot because this channel is very new and I'm trying to get it to kind of, expand to more people, and thumbs help that. So thank you. Also, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to do so because I do upload videos every Monday. Alright, guys.